Hey guys, Zack here, and welcome back to another action figure review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Gashapon high-grade Diorama Biollante Rose form. Now this version of Biollante comes from the 1989 film Godzilla vs. Biollante, which I talked about last time. It's a good movie, but something involving the plot I find just a little weird, but overall is a good movie. Now Biollante, and this is something that I don't really hear a lot of people bring up, or not really bring up, but alright, so basically Biollante in Godzilla vs. Biollante has two forms. There's the one that everyone's used to, where it's the big, sort of plant-like body with the Venus flytrap tentacles and, a crocodile mouth. That's the form that a lot of people are familiar with, but this is actually her first form. When we first see Biollante, this is what she first appears as. And this is a form that I feel like deserves a little more love, and I think it's really cool to see this version here instead of the traditional crocodile mouth Biollante, but yeah, again, I can see why, though, it doesn't get a lot of love, because it's just a giant rose, but again, I feel like, it's a form that I feel like should be brought up a little more, not everywhere, but just a little more. I feel like a little more love for this form would be nice, but yeah, anyway, before we take a look at Biollante herself, we'll take a quick look at her base, and again, we have the traditional Godzilla skin base. Yeah, we've seen it before. And then, her stand or whatever is, a different color, transparent piece of plastic than, Hedera's, because Hedera's was black. Here it's, sort of like a bluish-greenish color, which I guess makes sense, because when we first see Biollante's first form, it is actually in the water. So, this makes sense, but again, I just don't understand this hole here. What is it for? What does it do? I don't get it. Couldn't they just, fill this in with, more water detailing? I don't get this at all, but I digress. Actually, it looks a lot less like water and more like a Colgate mouthwash. But that's just me. So, yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the base. Now for Biollante herself. And first, we'll take a look at the painting. And the painting on Biollante is very nice. So, of course, most of Biollante's body is the traditional greenish color, which does look nice, and we do have, we do have hints of brown and black throughout, which does kind of make the green pop out a little. Oh, well, that just came off. We'll talk about that in a second, so we'll just leave that there. Her stomach thing, or whatever you want to call this, is painted orange, which does look nice. And her rose is painted very nicely as well, with a bit of teeth in the center here. So, yeah. That's pretty much it for the painting on this figure. And the painting on this figure, again, I feel like is very nice. It's nothing special, but for what it is, the painting here looks very nice, especially for a small figure like this. So the painting on this figure gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the articulation, and the articulation, again, it's a little statue. There's not going to be articulation, but this figure does come disassembled, as you saw the leaf fall off. And I'm actually not going to take Biollante apart here, because it's not complicated, it's pretty easy, but I don't want, because, I'll get confused, or not really confused, but, basically the leaves here have to, go in a specific order, and I don't necessarily know this order. I just got this figure, and I didn't really have time to just, mess around with this thing, so I don't exactly know, but if you do get this figure, then just know that the leaves here, all throughout the body, and the lower half of her body comes disassembled, so you do have to assemble everything there. So, yeah. Again, no articulation, no pass, but no pass isn't always a bad thing. There's just a little statue, so the no pass on the articulation is fine. So, yeah. Articulation, no pass, but overall, it's fine. Now we'll take a look at the sculpt, and the sculpting does look very nice. Very accurate to how it looked in Godzilla vs. Biollante. Not a lot to say. It's just a giant rose. So, yeah. So the sculpting looks very nice, so it gets a pass. Now we'll take a look at the detailing, and the detailing, once again, just like with Biogoji and Hedera, is very good. So the detailing on our rose here looks very nice. All of the petals are somewhat nicely detailed. And then the detailing on our leaves here look very nice as well. All of the sort of plant-like detailing, I feel looks very nice. So yeah, and even her tentacles, once again, detailed very nicely. And the rest of her body is detailed nicely as well. Very nice and, I guess, plant-like. So, yeah. The detailing on this figure is very nice, so it gets a pass. So at the end of the day, should you get this? Honestly, this is not a bad figure. This is probably my third favorite in the set. I don't dislike it as much as Hedorah. So far, you know, Hedorah is my least favorite, but still a good figure. Biollante is my third favorite, and Goji is my second favorite. Next time we'll be taking a look at Kiryu, which is my number 1 favorite in this set. So, yeah. I gotta say, taking Hedorah out here for a second, I feel like Goji and Biollante look nice together, but I feel like Biollante should be like a little bit bigger, maybe like that, but again, it's understandable why they're all the same size. So, yeah. Anyway, if you want this figure, again, the whole set is on Amazon for $40, which I think is a little overpriced. I think maybe $30 to $35 is a little better, but I don't know. The quality of these figures are still very good, and the overall, like, you know, for small figures like these, the quality I think is very good, so I guess it's worth it, but at the same time, I don't know. So, if you want this figure, the whole set is on Amazon for $40, and I do recommend it because these are very nice little minifigures, and these figures are actually better than the first wave, because the first wave included Godzilla 1954, Shin Godzilla, Godzilla 2019, and Ghidorah 2019, so yeah, the first two figures I remember liking a lot, but Godzilla 2019 and Ghidorah 2019 I didn't really like so much. The figures here I feel like are of much better quality, so yeah. Biollante, again, is a good figure. Not my favorite, but still a good figure in the set. And if you do get her, then it wouldn't hurt you. But if you want to know how big she is, then here she is next to Dr. Billy Grant. Alright, now that is it for today. Have a great rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video. Peace, Zack out.